afraid of the dark.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Help!
We have our hats already. Excellent.
Welcome to another Hollywood Gothique video exploring horror, fantasy, and science fiction entertainment in Los Angeles. Today we are introducing you to a new piece of pre-Halloween horror theater, namely Fallen Saints Arcana. Fallen Saints was an ongoing series presented by Force of Nature Productions until the 2020 pandemic forced them into hibernation. Now, 4 years later, they finally brought it back, but with a difference. This time, Fallen Saints has been combined with the SCP universe, previously seen in such last call theater productions as Signals and The Showroom. What does SCP stand for? Secure, Contain, Protect. A mysterious foundation is doing exactly that to anomalous creatures with strange powers that it discovers and holds in secret facilities. In the past, Fallen Saints has focused on historical settings, such as the Salem witch trials or the Jack the Ripper murders. Now they've combined it with science fiction. The connective tissue is the recurring character of Darkness, who is either one of the anomalous characters or perhaps the puppet master pulling the strings of all of them. Who knows? We can't say for sure, and neither will you until you take a trip through this mysterious foundations and explore all the mysteries that lie therein. In order to find out why Force of Nature Productions made this change, we spoke with creator Sebastian Munoz about turning their Fallen Saints franchise, which used to be more of a traditional theater piece, into a walkthrough experience somewhat akin to a traditional haunted house walkthrough. Although there are no jump scares, you are moving from room to room, encountering strange creatures along the way. There are a few scares, but mostly it remains a theatrical piece, focusing on character interaction and dialogue, leading to a climactic confrontation with Darkness herself.
We're at the Brick House Theater in North Hollywood. Force of Nature Productions used to do an annual Halloween event called Fallen Saints. They haven't done it for a few years. They're bringing it back, but this time they're combining it with the SCP universe, which we have seen in productions from Last Call Theater. This means there's going to be some kind of scientific anomalies inside. We don't know exactly how much. They hit us with a big info dump when we first arrived. It was too much for our minds to process, so we know there's going to be all kinds of crazy things in there, strange beings from other dimensions. Who knows what exactly, but we're just steeling our nerves as best we can in anticipation of what we may encounter. Come along with us if you dare. So what are you reading?
Oh, I'm reading up on the anomalies that are contained within the facility, such as the broken ventriloquist dummy, Ferdinand the cannibal.
Cannibal?
The cannibal.
There might be a cannibal inside.
He's very interesting. Thank you. Everybody inside, quickly, please. All the way in, please.
Oh, this way, Dr.
Everyone, please. Time is of the essence. Please, enter the inn.
Now, we believe that by dressing this mannequin, which ties the broken to the clothing, we may be able to find the way forward. But unfortunately, many D-class personnel have lost life and limb doing just that.
Be safe.
Doctor!
You leave me alone.
You can prevent the devastation foretold in the midnight event. Don't do this. No. Don't listen to him. SCP-035 cannot be trusted.
Did you feel anything walking over their lifeless bodies? You thought that placing a piece of the amulet in each one of you would be bright enough to save you.
No! Should be a light. Yes! I'll take it, Doctor. Thank you. Well done.
Okay, so why has it been so many years since the last Fallen Saints?
Well, guys, a little thing named COVID, right? Kind of stopped us a little bit. So 2019 was our last one, which is Fallen Saints Salem. And then we had all sorts of different ideas during the pandemic that we wanted to try to do some things that were isolated or remote or outdoors, but nothing really kind of materialized itself. So here we are, like 2023. We got a great opportunity to partner with Midsummer Scream, with Taylor Scott, David Markland, the whole team that was so supportive. And they were interested in bringing us on board to do an activation based on their game. And Taylor was very big fan of the SCP Foundation. It turns out that my son's also a big fan of SCP Foundation. And then the moment we started learning about the SCP Foundation, it really was very reminiscent of our Fallen Saints universe. And we noticed that there was a lot of similarities, and that could really make for a very nice, natural merging of the two and having these two universes collide. So that's what we decided to do it.
Right, and so I guess first you did that in Long Beach at Midsummer Scream, right?
We did. So what we did at Long Beach was a little prologue to this, in which there were anomalies escaped at the Long Beach headquarters of Force and Nature Productions, SCP Foundation headquarters, and then they were all contained. You had to go around and contain them with your level 1 key cards. And then once you successfully contained all of them, you would come back to Dr. Bright's office for a debriefing about the midnight event that was happening tonight.
Cool. And although that may help some people or give a little backstory to it, you don't really need to have been in Long Beach to appreciate what's happening here in North Hollywood, right?
That's correct. This one can stand alone because once you get here, the debriefing kind of catches you up. But if you experience Midsummer Scream, it's a little added extra, like Easter eggs for you. But this definitely stands alone. You do not need to have visited Long Beach to experience this one.
Right. And in terms of Fallen Saints, the past episodes have all been historical in nature, so this is quite different. It has a more futuristic science fiction feel. How do you think the audience is going to react to that? Are they going to be like shocked? Like, this is not your mother's Fallen Saints? Or,
well, like you guys have been so fantastically supportive since day one, since 2016, right? And we've done Jack the Ripper, we've done La Llorona, we've done Fallen Saints Dark, Salem. So you've been through all of them. But the beauty about the darkness is her universe, it knows no time, no space, none of that. She does not follow any of those rules, so she can really bounce around anywhere. So once we took this universe, like, why not? It's a natural merge. People trying to contain the darkness, they think they can control her, but you come here and you're going to find out whether you can or not.
Okay, so then is it a spoiler to say that darkness is an anomaly? An SCP?
Is she?
or is
Or is she not? It's up to you to find out. When you come out and experience, you may come face to face with her and you can find out whether she is or she isn't.
But that is the connective tissue between past Fallen Saints here, so.
Well, she's trying to go out and collect everybody, right? So in all the places that her job is and what she wants to do, she thrives in just collecting all these historical figures to do her bidding, so that makes them part of her collection and they're her puppets in a way. So when she found a universe like the SCP Foundation, there's a whole lot of anomalies that could really be enticing for her to contain, for her to do her bidding.
Oh, and one other big change between this and past Fallen Saints is we're really talking about an immersive theater production here this time. This is not sitting in your seats and watching a play.
That's correct. That's correct. Normally, like, we have the theatrical. Sometimes you get up and you move, but like, we try to involve the audience. But this one's truly a walkthrough experience. So it's part theatrical experience, part walkthrough experience, part like elements of escape room into it. So there's a lot of elements all melded into one to provide you this wonderful experience that we hope you enjoy.
When it comes to immersive theater, there's a lot of people who might have heard of it and not done of it, and they might be a little wary of it. And they really don't need to be afraid of this one. They're going to be told things to do, but there's no gross stuff. There's no, you're not trying to make people uncomfortable, get in their face or into their personal space.
No. We definitely want to respect that too, and because that's who we are. We're not like grotesque. We're not like extreme haunts. And no, because the word immersive experience has a wide range of ideas and views, right? So, and just how we market it, how we talk to people, we just believe in talking to our guests and explaining this to them. Because we've had guests from like very young kids come up, like, is this something that's acceptable for us? And then when they see the kids and they understand, okay, this is who we are. We're a theatrical company, and this is our wheelhouse, and so you understand. But sometimes people walk up to us and they're expecting something much more intense, and we tell them, like, you're always welcome, everybody's welcome, but like, this might not be like exactly what you're looking for if you're looking for an extreme haunt. So this is good for everybody to come in. We're probably a great introductory haunt into a good gateway into the immersive world for you to take the first step if you ever thought about it, and then from there you decide just how far you want to push it.